isn't it incredible to think how different life is now in 2025 for Kiwis that want to produce music? Because with the advent of digital music technology and communication and Zoom and just the fact that everything's more accessible and we're more in touch with the rest of the world, I guess the opportunities, there are a lot more of them now, right?
Yeah. There are more opportunities, but in a way there are fewer.
Interesting.
The market's quite saturated.
Yeah, so how do you cut through the noise?
Yeah, and how to cut through the noise is by doing all the things that are not normally in the skill set of an artist, a musician, which is like promoting yourself.
Shameless
business.
self-promotion.
Yeah. How important is it now to like be signed as well? Is it as big a thing now as perhaps it used to be? Like, you know, if you're not signed to somebody, you may as well forget having a career.
No, it's not as big a thing. So it's kind of, it's a false lead following that. But there's a cool artist called Jake, and I always pronounce it Javik because it's a JV.
Okay.
He's a Christian guy, still not signed because he doesn't need to be. He's just got millions of followers and produces incredible music with his mum.
So it's about followers on the internet.
On the internet.
So that is key, right?
Yeah.
What would you say is one of the key learnings that you've kind of made recently with your musical journey?
I did spend quite a few years working mostly in the secular music world, and I still do. I go and record, I write songs to pitch to TV shows and that sort of thing, and that's fun. But I think for a long time, I was really hoping to get a big break in music in the secular world, and I spoke with some amazing managers and some people who manage really high-profile artists, had heaps of coffees with them, would really like crucialize those meetings because I was like, everything hangs on this. Then the other day I saw this building site and everything had been demolished except this doorway. And I was like, that is so funny because this is an image of what I was doing in those 5 years, which is that I was knocking on this door that I didn't need to knock on. I could have just walked right around the door and gone through.
Wow.
And this kind of epiphany came to me after lots of coffees and lots of anxious meetings with managers, and realizing that, one, the schedule of kind of a mainstream artist is really not conducive to family. It's like back to back, city to city, from one day to the next. It's also about being a lot of the time more edgy, more controversial than you want to be because you have to sell a story that has
Sticks
mass
out.
appeal. Yeah. And so just coming to this point where actually I was waking up one morning and I felt, you know, when you almost audibly feel God speak? But it was like, why? I just felt him saying, why are you asking for permission to do something that I've already equipped you to do?
Whoa.
And it really gave me peace that day. I never turned back. I was like, that's right. Like I have a story and my story is mostly God. And it's God through the boring things in life, through the suffering, through the joys, through everything. But that's the story I want to tell. And I do have permission from God to tell that. And so that's been my big learning. It's just been actually be authentic and don't worry about the numbers because God takes care of the harvest. I just need to put the work in and be faithful.
Amazing. I hope you enjoyed that as much as we did.
Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe and turn your notifications on so you don't miss the next video.
We'll see you in the next one.